Welcome, everybody. Not sure how to start this video. I just kind of decided to do it off the cuff, out of nowhere. Just decided, you know what? I've been wanting to do a blog for a while, a vlog, whatever you want to call it. And I figured today is as good a day as any to do it. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and figured why not? Are you going to be making that noise the whole time? Who did that? I don't know. I decided to do it from the kitty room today. And, you know, because these are my little therapy buddies, among other things. If you notice any of them sniffling, it's because they're all a little bit sick right now. A couple of them are a little sicker than the others, but we are getting better, hopefully. We're going to find out on Monday when we bring them in for their vaccinations. But anyway, pardon my sweating. We keep it a little warmer in here. It's not sweltering or anything. I'm just a big guy and I sweat easily. So, got my paper toweling here to try and keep that a little clean. I don't want to look like a big sweaty mess while I'm doing this. Anyway, so here's a little bit about me. I know I've never really done this before. I've done a few face videos, but I've never really done this. So, oh geez, about 12 or 13 years ago now, I was diagnosed with autism, Asperger's syndrome, and it explained so much in my life. I had been diagnosed with bipolar depression, ADD, ADHD, cyclical depression, all kinds of depressions my whole life. Then I had a close friend of mine who had been diagnosed with autism sometime before me, and she noticed a lot of similarities that she and I have. So she told me to look into it and go up to this, it's called Michigan Rehab Services. They help people with disabilities or people who are in like drug rehab, which I've never had an issue with drugs or anything like that. Get help either finding jobs, finding homes, stuff like that. I had a job at the time, but I was having a lot of problems. I actually think I might have been fired from my job at the time before that. But anyway, so I went and I did my own little research as well. And I fit like every little criteria. I just fit all the criteria a little bit. No, nothing super extreme. But it was still enough for them to be like, oh yeah, you've got autism. So once I learned that, I learned a lot of new coping skills. I was seeing a therapist at Michigan Rehab Services. And yeah, I learned a lot. It helped me. And I think I grew a lot over the years. I was only just diagnosed shortly before I met my fiance. And we've been together over 10 years now, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, so yay. Things were going really well. Then I got a new job working for somebody that she knew. And that job brought me down here to Tennessee, where I currently live. And things went south, like way south. And I don't mean we moved to south, but no, things just, I've never been very good at dealing with change. And yeah, this was the biggest change in my life. It's like a different world down here compared to everything I know and everyone I know in Michigan. So I've always been a pretty intense person emotionally, and I've always had mild social anxiety, but I was always able to deal with it on my own. So it never really became an issue until I moved down here. So I moved down here thinking, oh, cool, it's just a new adventure, new chapter in my life for me and my fiance, and just my life in general as well. A nice change. I wasn't particularly happy up in Michigan, but yeah, I had no idea what I was in for down here. So let me think for a second. I'm going to do a quick little cut. So we moved down here. I developed severe social anxiety. Part of my job was that I was required to go to conventions on a much more regular basis than it initially was. And the guy I was working for had never even been to a convention before I started working for him. So it wasn't necessarily specifically in, like, I never had a contractual obligation to go to conventions, but supposedly it was in my job description. That I was never given an actual job description for my particular position. And driving to and from, and the actual conventions themselves had become really, really stressful for me, both physically and emotionally. And with the social anxiety, things just got worse and worse. And so it led to me being fired. Among other things, there were a couple of other pretty big things that happened before that led to my firing, but ultimately it was I went to a doctor. It was the same doctor my fiance was seeing. I'd finally gotten health insurance after working for him for like 5 years, and started seeing this doctor. My second or third visit was an emergency visit to her, and she was really concerned about my blood pressure. She said she wanted me to go to an emergency room because people with my blood pressure either stroke out or have heart attacks. So she put me on an incredibly high dose of blood pressure medicine and a water pill to help the blood pressure medicine. I've got kittens chewing on my tripod right now, so pardon my distraction. Come on, you guys. Look, this is our second sneezy guy, and then this is Smokey. This guy reminds me of Gizmo. That's my old kitty, who no one's ever seen because he passed away before I was started making YouTube videos. Anyway, so my doctor wrote me a doctor's note to temporarily excuse me from conventions until I could get my blood pressure and my stress disorder out of the way. I had been seeing a therapist at the local community mental health here in the area in Tennessee that I live in. And for the first time in my life, this is where I was leading to when I said that I've always been kind of an intense person. I was diagnosed with an actual stress disorder, which, I've always been a little stressed out to start out with, but usually I was able to let it roll off and just move on. But since I moved down here, things, like I said, had just gotten... I can't even give a percentage worse or how many times worse. It was just really, really bad. So I gave him my doctor's note, and he fired me on the spot. Because conventions are, I don't know why I'm doing that, but conventions are a requirement, a job requirement for my position. Which, sorry, Mama Kitty just dropped a stinky. Wanted to do this in the kitty room because, like I said, the kitties are a good source of therapy for me, and they will distract me from the emotions that I'm bound to have going through this. But anyway, another quick cut. So yeah, fired me on the spot, and at this point, I've been unemployed for a little over a year. Um, every time I even think about trying to work right now, I swear it's given me some sort of PTSD, but I don't want to say that because I feel like it trivializes real PTSD. But I my eyes start to well up. I have nightmares. It's crazy, and I should have. Don't work for family or friends. All like that's if you're gonna take any advice from this, don't work for family or friends, because no matter how close you are with them, if they do something that makes you feel screwed over, it's gonna hurt that much more. So yeah. So I've been trying this YouTube thing a little more hardcore. I know I haven't posted anything this week, which is another reason I'm making this video, because I've got a couple of videos that I need to upload. But I felt like I needed to do something this week, and I want to do something unique. I know I haven't posted anything of this third batch of kittens in a little while, but we've basically just been fighting with their sickness and just spending time with them and having my little ow, why are you biting me? My little therapy buddies here. So that's what's been going on with me. I am currently applying for disability. I don't want to be on it forever. Obviously, I want to be a working member of society. You know, not to say that other people who go on disability can't be, or you know, that they can be and they're just using disability for whatever. Although I have known people like that in the past, unfortunately, which is why it's so hard for me to get on it right now. I was denied once, and then I felt kind of defeated, and Randy's been so busy working right now supporting both of us, which, God bless her, Randy is amazing. She's the best thing that's probably ever happened to me. But yeah, I was denied once, and I missed my my window for appeal. I have reapplied finally, and I'm gonna have to go and do the doctor's visits and stuff to get me all figured out physically and psychologically to see if I qualify or whatever. And then if I'm denied again, I'm probably gonna have to go get a lawyer. My mom has helped me out a lot. She's given me some phone numbers. Randy and my mother both agree that this is probably the right step for me right now. It took me a long time to come to this conclusion, so it wasn't easy. When I first got fired, I was told to go get a lawyer, to apply for unemployment and all that stuff. My ex-boss said that he would fight. If I went for unemployment, he would fight it and say that I just didn't show up to work that day, which I did. And then I had a panic attack and needed to go see my doctor. Let him know I was going to the doctor and that I would be back, and I did come back. So don't chew on that. And yeah, and then I was told I needed to see a lawyer because what he did was illegal, and I just never did that. I do have everything documented. We have screenshots of the things he was saying on his Facebook page, one of which is that I was doctor shopping, which I was not. I went to my therapist appointment, and my therapist said they can't write me a doctor's note for that. So I went to my actual medical doctor, who I'd seen a couple times, and she was so freaked out, she wrote me the doctor's note without question. I mean, it's not without question. She took my vitals and realized what was going on with me and drew her own conclusion, but there was no doubt about it. So, you know, and I specifically told my doctor, I'm like, if you're going to write this, he has threatened to do this to me if I do this. So you need to make this. It's only temporary once I get the blood pressure under control and everything that, you know, so I can go back to work. You know, it's only temporary. Hopefully I'll only miss a couple of conventions because I used to love conventions. Conventions were amazing until they became not amazing. So, yeah. So she wrote the doctors a note temporarily until, what the heck? Until I'm all done. Until I improve. You know, not all better, but improve. Which is all I wanted. I just wanted to be, you know, I was always a little stressed out to start out with. But I wanted to be at least back to that point. But he didn't even give it a chance. But, yeah. So, this is my road. This is the road I'm on right now. It's impossible for us to go back up to Michigan right now, financially. As it is, we're barely keeping a roof over our heads. Like I said, God bless Randy. She's amazing. But, yeah. This has been a long enough video, I think. Anyway, thanks for watching. Leave comments down below. Let me know about your trials and tribulations. Especially if you happen to be autistic, maybe you can give me some pointers because I'm a little lost. I do have a therapist I'm seeing on the regular right now. I was seeing him once a month recently. I've decided to start seeing him twice a month. I've almost considered seeing him once a week. It's not like I have anything else to do. So I've been on a few different medications right now to try and get this anxiety under control. I did start something a little over a month ago. I have started leaving the house a little more often. I didn't really bring that up. I barely leave the house in the last year. We did get a gym membership for Planet Fitness, and we were going pretty regularly, but then Randy's schedule, I have trouble going anywhere without Randy. Randy's schedule got pretty hectic at work, so we haven't been back to the gym in, I want to say, almost 3 months, and we've been paying for the black card so that if I am to go alone, I can bring somebody else with me, but I don't really have too many friends out here who are interested in that, so that's another bummer. But I'm the one that has the time, so if she's going to go with me, we need the black card. Otherwise, I mean, we're paying two $10 memberships instead of one $20 membership for her to go whenever. So we might as well have the black card. But anyway, I was trying to do an outro and then I stopped. So oh, I got some kitties running around like little mad people right now. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Leave a comment down below. Thumbs up if you're feeling this. Thumbs down if you're feeling this and don't like it. I know I don't. But as always, like I like to end my videos, be kind. Happy hunting for those collectors out there. And goodbye. See everybody later. Let's hope I do more of these blog videos. Maybe I'll have good news next time. Nope. No, I hope so. I want to be a positive influence on my viewers and just the people around me in general, and I do try. Anyway, bye.